Hello, my name is Jones Muner. Today, we discuss planning and communication process. Define planning. Definition of planning. Planning is deciding in advance what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and who to do it. It can also be defined as the process of setting goals, developing strategies, and outlining tasks and schedules to accomplish the goal. Planning includes deciding what is to be done, how it is to be done, when it is to be done. Planning is the foundation or basic function of management. It is a principal duty of all managers. 5 reasons why planning is important. 1. Planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities by deciding in advance what needs to be done at a particular time. 2. Planning facilitates decision-making by identifying what needs to be implemented to achieve specific goals. 3. Planning establishes standards for controlling through identification of what needs to be accomplished. 4. It enables to determine resources that are needed to perform a planned task. 5. It enables us to assess progress toward achieving the set objectives. 6. It prevents possibility of crisis management since there are schedules for activities. 7. Planning provides directions by showing in advance what has to be done. 3 types of planning. Types of planning. 1. Strategic planning. Strategic planning is an organizational management activity of defining its strategy or direction and making decisions on allocating its resources to pursue this strategy. Strategic planning is conducted by top management and improves allocation of scarce resources, including time and money. It is a long-range type of planning, e.g. for 3 years. Strategic plans are all about why things need to happen. It can also be defined as strategic, the process of allocating resources and initiating actions to accomplish predetermined objectives and goals. It is used to set priorities, determining overall objectives of an organization, focus energy and resources on achieving organizational goals and strengthen operations. 2. Intermediate planning/administrative planning/tactical planning. Administrative or intermediate planning is done at the level of middle management, who have a task of polishing up on top management's plans. It is done to allocate organizational resources and coordinate internal subdivisions of the organization. Intermediate plans are for a short span of time ranging between a few months to about a year. Tactical plans are about what is going to happen. 3. Operational planning. Operational plans are about how things need to happen. An operational planning is planning done by a component of an organization that clearly defines actions it will take to support the strategic objectives and plans of upper management. This is planning done by lower-level managers, and the plans made are short-range plans covering a lifespan of 1 week to 1 year. These plans are more specific and determine how the specific job should be done in the best possible way. It is the organization and directing of the delivery of activities, e.g. planning at a ward level. 4. Functional planning. Functional planning refers to the process of managing the work and tasks within a given department of a larger business. This is planning performed at departmental level. It is generally related to a specialty service within the organization. This work includes tasks with a specific project and general planning to improve the work environment in a department. 5. Contingency planning. Contingency plans are made when something unexpected happens or when something needs to be changed. Contingency planning can be helpful in circumstances that call for a change. Although managers should anticipate changes when engaged in any of the primary types of planning, contingency planning is essential in moments when changes can't be foreseen. As the business world becomes more complicated, contingency planning becomes more important to engage in and understand. 6. Unit planning. It is planning that extends to the operational units of the organization, e.g. wards. Planning done at a daily basis, weekly, and long-term basis, e.g. timetables, task allocation and/or patient allocation. 5 elements of planning. 1. Diagnosing the problem: planning helps in solving potential or actual problems. 2. Setting up priorities and formulate objectives. 3. Finding the most suitable solutions by comparing and analyzing alternatives. 4. Selecting the best plan and implement it. 5. Showing in advance who, what, when, how, where and why. Communication process. The communication process starts with conceptualizing an idea or message by the sender and ends with the feedback from the receiver. 1. Sender or communicator. The person who intends to convey the message with the intention of passing information and ideas to others through a channel to the receiver. In this regard, I am the sender or communicator of the plan. 2. Message/idea is the subject matter of the communication. It can be an opinion, attitude, feelings, views, orders, or suggestions. In this regard, the subject matter of the communication is the plan to be communicated to my subordinates. 3. Encoding. is the process of converting subject matter into symbols such as words, actions, or pictures, since communication is theoretical and intangible. I will choose appropriate ways of converting the subject matter into words and symbols. 4. Channel. The person who is interested in communicating has to choose the channel for sending the required information, ideas, etc., which can be formal or informal. I will select a channel for sending the information, e.g., a presentation of the plan through a discussion. 5. Receiver. The person who receives the message or for whom the message is meant. It is the receiver who tries to understand the message in the best possible manner in achieving the desired objectives through decoding and sends back some type of signal or feedback. In this regard, the receiver are the ward staff. 6. Decoding. The person who receives the message or symbol from the communicator tries to convert the same in such a way so that he may extract its meaning to his complete understanding. As I present the plan, I will allow for time for the ward staff to make meaning of what is presented to them. 7. Feedback is the process of ensuring that the receiver has received the message and understood in the same sense as sender meant it. I will request for feedback from the ward staff to evaluate their understanding of the communicated plan. 5. Barriers to communication. Barriers to communication. 1. Filtering. Deliberate manipulation of information to make it appear more favorable to the receiver. 2. Emotions. How the receiver feels when a message is received influences how he or she interprets it. 3. Information overload. Majors have a lot of meetings, emails, messages, calls, faxes, professional reading. These make them have more information than they can process. So they tend to ignore, forget, or selective choosing information. 4. Defensiveness. When people feel threatened, they tend to react in ways that hinder effective communication and reduce their ability to achieve mutual understanding. They become defensive, verbally attacking others, making sarcastic remarks, judgmental. 5. Language differences and the difficulty in understanding unfamiliar accents. 6. Expectations and prejudices which may lead to false assumptions or stereotyping. People often hear what they expect to hear rather than what is actually said and jump to incorrect conclusions. 7. Cultural differences. The norms of social interaction vary greatly in different cultures, as do the way in which emotions are expressed. For example, the concept of personal space varies between cultures and between different social settings. This concludes our discussion for today. Remember to subscribe to my channel and thanks for listening.